Okay, thank you all for coming out today. And we'd like to start off with a very simple image. And if you don't mind me asking, what does this invoke you guys?
Track.
Awesome. Thank you guys. This idea of a track is the start to finish in this race, this continual progression of a brand or an idea.
It's your transition. Press the arrow. There it goes.
Sorry about that. So, we are top-notch advertising. And we're located in lovely Miami, Florida. As you can see, our beautiful building. And our slogan is start to finish. We have this theme of progression, just like a race. That's how our brands develop. That's how we market, develop our clientele. And from okay, so we're here just a little introduction to our staff. My name is Roy Palmer, and as all of our staff, I've been in our company for 5 years since our founding. Right now, I'm serving as our corporate executive officer. Here's a little bit of my CD list. So I do have to
My name is Tia Tuggle. I am the Chief Operating Officer here at Top Notch Advertising. Like Roy said, I've been with the company for 5 years.
My name is Jacqueline Ibaka, and of course I've been here for 5 years as well, and I'm the Chief Financial Officer.
I apologize for some technical difficulties.
You're pushing it right at the button.
Move that podium.
Can you give some word of advice? What's she to her? So, is she closer? No, I'm over there.
Yeah, maybe that's what we need to do.
And I'm Ramon Harrison. I'm the Chief Information Officer, and I've also been with the company for 5 years.
I'm Mackenzie Parsons. I've also been with the company for 5 years, and I'm the Vice President of Marketing.
If you guys would turn your attention to the screen, we have a quick video.
Living West is more than just a destination. Our mission is to provide comfortable housing, academic support, and opportunities that challenge our residents to succeed. Here at the University of West Georgia, our Live West program consists of 3,000 beds available to all of our students. Within these 3,000 beds, we have a variety of housing options. We have traditional style housing, suite style, apartment style, and our newest additions are green.
Starting off this, I'd like to ask you all 3 basic questions. First off, in your undergraduate experience, how many of you lived on campus? It's a pretty good show of hands. How would you describe that experience? Could you give somebody please volunteer? Delightful? Bearable?
It was an enjoyable experience.
Gotcha. So one of the things we find very often is very mixed messages that we have from this first year experience. And most people choose to live off campus for that secondary experience. Can I get a show of hands of how many people lived off campus for your next year? Yeah. Pretty good flow. So that's kind of what we're working into. And lastly, what do you think advertising like this affected it? Did it kind of make you want to live on campus, or was it just kind of throwing a bandage on a poor situation?
Yeah.
So, I'd like to keep those questions in mind as we continue through our presentation and a little bit more about us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So before we get into our recommendations, I want you all to ask yourself a question. Who do you surround yourself with? Like, think about it. Are your friends people that share the same interests as you, same passions, same desires? Are they people that differ from you? We could have show of hands, if you think about it. Are your friends anything like you? Mine are. Yeah? Yeah, same interests. Anybody have friends that are completely different from them?
I have
Yeah. Well, I asked you all this because Top Notch got started because we were all a group of friends who had the same interests, the same passions. We all had this competitive drive to make change and make things better using progression. Our company logo, like Roy said earlier, is a track resembling the principles that we have from start to finish, always leading through and never giving up, never stopping. Because you know it's not always easy to start a race, but once you start, it's hard to keep going. I know you've ever been in those situations where you're running or not even like necessarily exercising, but you want to start something and then you just kind of lose your motivation. Well, Top Notch is here to be that motivation. Our leading principles are innovation, determination, and progression. And we are a competitive firm who believes that starting the race of running a business is only the first step. However, it's always important to finish, no matter what you're doing. Our mission statement is we outwork our competitors by thinking as them and then thinking beyond them. Because in order to know what steps you have to take, you have to know what steps your competitors are taking as well, so you can be 5 steps ahead of them. Our vision at Top Notch is to provide an innovative way to advertise companies, whether they are just out hitting the ground running, or if they're almost at the finish line of starting their company but running out of steam. Now for Jackie with the statement of need.
All right, so this institution, the University of West Georgia, was established in 1906 along with the Housing and Residence Life Department, which your organization was then named Student Life. Now, your organization here at the university, your department here at the University of West Georgia has been more than accommodating to the modern living as we see it here in 2016. Spanning from suite style, traditional style, apartment style, and even the expansion of Greek life, of Greek Village in 2007. Through your success throughout the years, there are still areas of concern that Top-Notch Advertising found as a concern. So those being your department image, your student and parent concerns, as well as your communication methods. As Tia stated, our company principles are innovation, determination, and progression, and that is just what we are here to do for housing and residence life at the University of West Georgia. Our first area of concern is your department image. So how many times have you guys presented the same flyers to students here on campus, or sent out the same annoying emails with innovative ideas, without innovative ideas? Well, Top Notch believes in innovative ideas and sending a message to your prospective as well as your current students. Another area of concern that we saw for your department was student and parent concerns. So parents are skeptical of the safety of housing and residence life residence halls, while students want to be more involved. And our last area of concern was communication from students all the way up into your professional staff. So our company conducted a SWOT analysis, and today Ramon Harrison will report those results.
Thank you, Jackie. And as you can see, your SWOT analysis up here on the board, we noticed that your strengths were in providing housing choices and renovating the older halls such as Bowden as well as the suites. Some problem areas that we saw was fixing parent involvement and getting problems done before you have to involve the parents, or having like face-to-face meetings in order to get them resolved. Some external opportunities that we saw was providing more single rooms for upperclassmen. That way they have more privacy, so they can have more space for themselves in order to study, as well as just more space for themselves. Solve problems as they occur with students without having to involve parents. It's an opportunity that can help with making the student life better, so they can come and give out their problems without having to then call their parents in order to make sure that those problems are resolved. Another opportunity is quick response to simple questions, either by email or social media. A threat, we didn't really see much threat in terms of incoming freshmen, because as a freshman you have to stay on on campus, living in the dorms, as well as having a meal plan your first year. But we did see a threat in terms of on-campus apartments for upperclassmen because they would like the space and have the room and not being able to, not having to share it with someone else. So since you guys do not offer that, they tend to look off campus for those, for that. And in communication preferences, we did like a little vote on, or a questionnaire on different types of communications that students prefer. As you can see on this chart, we have phone, email, face-to-face, mail, and social media. Of course, email being the largest portion. That being that people prefer to receive an email because it has a quicker response. So by responding to emails on a by responding to emails as they come in within like a 24-hour period, that'll help alleviate some of the problems that we're having in terms of communication, as well as face-to-face. People like face-to-face conversations so that they feel like the information that they're presenting is being heard and not just going through one door and not coming out the other. So they would like more of a either email or face-to-face communication so that they can get their whatever problems they have handled in a fast manner. Now we hand it over to Mackenzie, who will be talking about the recommendations that we have based on or analysis that we have come up with.
We have come up with recommendations for 3 specific areas. First being that we have to improve the department's image by updating their website. Their website is currently plain and unappealing, so what we would like to do is add more pictures of student involvement or activities around campus, and also add a little pop of color just to make it more appealing for people visiting their website. Also, the Housing and Residence Department should also offer promotional giveaways like t-shirts, pens, hats with the department logo or contact information to give the Housing and Residence Department more exposure to students in and around campus. Also, we would like to focus on increasing student involvement. To increase student involvement, we should suggest that Housing and Residence Department should employ an activities coordinator to promote on-campus housing. The activities should include things like parties, like a game night with refreshments, free prizes, or event holidays, or town hall meetings to get the students involved and interacting with one another. Also, we have to focus on the upperclassmen, since the studies show that most students leave after their freshman year of living on campus. So we want to focus on keeping students after their first year by coming up with a loyalty system. The loyalty system is a way to reduce the housing cost for students living on campus housing. So let's say like a student has lived on campus for 7 semesters. They can receive their 8th semester free of charge. Also, we want to focus on developing external communications. The Housing and Residence Department lacks responding to student emails. So students usually have to go into face-to-face meetings to get their problems addressed. So what we would like to do is come up with emailing networks so students can email any communication problems they have, any issues or complaints that they have, and have the housing staff respond in a 24-hour period so things can get a little more organized and done in a timely manner, and also increase student satisfaction. Also, the Housing Residence Department should create social medias like a Twitter or Facebook so it can be a more effective way for students to kind of voice their opinions or thoughts about the department, what they want to change or what they like, just things like that. So I'm going to pass it over to Roy for the executive summary.
Okay, branching off into our executive summary, generally all the areas that we've covered, we've kind of isolated 3 areas of improvement, and these 3 areas are all going to be working in conjunction. These are basically what our recommendations are for. And first off, it's our departmental image, and that's over people who are not freshmen. We're capable to do it, and we don't have competition in the area just beyond the second year. So an overall departmental image improvement is what's needed, as our recommendations have stated. Continuing off of that, increase student involvement. We need a sense of community, and that's what people do. It needs to feel that this is their department, and they're using it, and utilizing all the resources that we offer. And continuing into our external communications. We have social media instances developed in this community. That's a lot of the complaints are lodged in the instance of the fact that students and residents don't feel they have a voice within the actual department. So continuing off that to grow in that area. And quarterly, we think introducing these slowly, but collectively they're going to work all in tandem. And, sorry, again. Finally, I'd like to thank you all, and if you'd like to contact us, here's some more information. And I'd like to open the floor for some questions. Yes.
Why would working with your consulting company be a smart choice?
Well, our consulting company is one that's driven and directed on this progression within both ways. By working with you, we're growing and you're growing. And when we make those, I always believe there's a sense of growth, that's one of the ideas we go through. Obviously, it kind of feels like your department's looking in that direction, so let's make the best of it. And ask your question.
What are some risks involved if we use from your recommendation?
Risk that could be involved, or like if it's not successful, it costs money, if students aren't satisfied with it, it's just some of the major risks that are involved in our recommendations.
So how much time and effort will be made to prove the recommendation in case?
Some of them can be done right away, like over the summer, for instance, changing the website. But as far as the loyalty program, that would take some time. We have to get with financial aid and other departments to make sure that that could be in place. So it could take up to a summer or a semester, all the way up to about 3 or 4 years on some of the recommendations.
Can you tell me again how your website or email recommendations will improve your department's image?
Just to make it look more appealing, more comfortable, just more exciting. Like, it's just a little boring. Like, when I look at it, I just am bored. I don't want to, that's not somewhere I'd be excited to go for. So we're trying to make it more just appealing for anyone to just come in and just make them excited to live there.
And email will help with response time, so it takes forever to get a face-to-face meeting. Being able to shoot out an email real quick and get a response back in 24 hours will alleviate a lot of headache.
It doesn't have to be resolved, just at least a response, because the housing residence department is awful with responding, just period. So just even just a response in 24 hours would just be better than nothing.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
So you said you would hire an activities coordinator.
Yes.
What would happen, so there are RAs on campus that work in each of these buildings that are hired who are in these programs, who work boards for these residents. So what would happen to those 90+ staff? Would you just get rid of them?
We wouldn't get rid of them. We just let them do their RA jobs. Just give them less stress of just doing the activities part. We'll just have an activities coordinator specifically just for that, and then just have them.
And they'll provide a little bit more structure for the RAs, because in my past life, I was an RA and programming was hectic, especially if you don't have a sense of direction. So these activity coordinators will be able to provide a sense of direction for the RAs so they can potentially work together.
Okay, are there any other questions? All right, thank you.